Hello young learner, my name is Upoma. Today, I will share a story from my life. My best friend's name was Rima. She was the kindest, funniest person I knew. We did everything together. We sat next to each other in class, shared our lunch, and played on the swings during break time. Everyone at school called us the inseparable duo. Wherever I went, Rima was always by my side. Rima loved to draw, and I loved to write stories. We used to say, one day, we will create a storybook together. I would write the words, and Rima would draw the pictures. We would laugh and imagine our book becoming famous. Every morning, Rima greeted me with a big smile. She had this way of making the world seem brighter. I thought our friendship would last forever. But one day, something changed. Something I never saw coming. And it made my heart feel heavy, like a stone in my chest. It happened on a sunny Monday. We were playing in the schoolyard. I was holding my new shiny pencil case, a gift from my uncle. Rima loved it and wanted to hold it. I said, of course, and handed it to her. But as she opened it, the pencil case slipped from her hands and fell to the ground. I heard a crack. My pencil case had broken. My favorite gift was now ruined. I felt angry and upset. Without thinking, I shouted, "Why did you drop it? You never take care of things." Rima's eyes filled with tears. She tried to say something, but I interrupted her. "Just leave me alone," I said. I didn't mean to be so harsh, but my words came out like sharp thorns. Rima gave me back the broken pencil case and walked away. She didn't look back. I stood there, holding the pieces, feeling angry and sad at the same time. I thought she would come back and say sorry, but she didn't. The next day, Rima didn't sit next to me in class. I waved at her, but she looked away. During lunch, I went to her table, but she said, "I want to sit alone." Her words stung like a bee. I didn't know what to say. Days turned into weeks, and Rima stopped talking to me completely. No more morning smiles. No more sharing secrets. No more laughs on the swings. The silence between us felt like a big, cold wall. At first, I tried to act like I didn't care. But deep inside, I missed her. I missed her so much that my heart ached. Every time I saw her, I wanted to run to her and say, "I'm sorry." But I was too scared. What if she didn't forgive me? I felt lonely. I realized how much Rima meant to me. She wasn't just my best friend. She was like a sister. And now, she was gone. Without Rima, everything felt different. School felt dull. My lunch tasted bland. Even writing stories wasn't as fun anymore. I started to think about what had happened. Why did I shout at her? Why didn't I listen when she tried to explain? I remembered the look on her face when I yelled at her. She wasn't just sad. She was hurt. And I had caused that hurt. I felt guilty. I wanted to fix things, but I didn't know how. One evening, I told my mom everything. She listened quietly and then said, "Sometimes, we hurt the people we love the most. But true friendship is about saying sorry and trying to make things right." Her words gave me courage. I decided I would apologize to Rima. But it wasn't going to be easy. What if she didn't forgive me? What if our friendship was lost forever? Still, I had to try. The next morning, I wrote a note. It said, "Dear Rima, I'm so sorry for what I said. I didn't mean to hurt you. You are my best friend, and I miss you. Please forgive me. I put the note in an envelope and placed it on her desk before class. All day, I waited for her response. My stomach felt like it was tied in knots. But Rima didn't say anything. She didn't even look at me. I started to think my apology wasn't enough. After school, I saw her walking home alone. I ran to her. Rima, wait. I called out. She stopped but didn't turn around. I got your note, she said softly. I'm really sorry, I said, tears filling my eyes. I shouldn't have shouted at you. I know it was an accident. Please forgive me. I miss you so much. Rima turned to face me. Her eyes were shiny with tears. You really hurt me, Upoma, she said. But I miss you too. Hearing those words felt like a warm hug. Can we be friends again? I asked hopefully. She smiled a little. I'll think about it, she said. It wasn't a yes, but it wasn't a no either. The next day, Rima came to school holding something in her hands. It was a small, colorful box. She walked up to me and said, Here, I made this for you. Inside the box was a pencil case she had decorated with drawings of our favorite things, books, stars, and flowers. It's beautiful, I said, my voice shaking with emotion. Thank you, Rima. But you didn't have to do this. I wanted to, she said. Friends make mistakes, but they also make up. I forgive you, Upoma. In that moment, I felt like the happiest person in the world. We hugged, and it felt like the heavy stone in my chest had finally lifted. From that day, our friendship grew even stronger. We learned to be more patient and kind with each other. Rima and I did create that storybook one day. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours. And every time I look at it, I remember the lesson I learned. Friendships are precious. They need care, understanding, and forgiveness. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it helps you learn English and reminds you to value your friends. If you ever hurt someone, don't be afraid to say sorry. A little kindness can heal even the deepest wounds.